Pokemon virus. Just think about it. Words leave you coughing, flow leave you wheezing, sneezing. That just proves I'm colder than a sneasel. Pass me a...
Hello, Retro Bro here. Give you my moveset video for the Slipco mob. I decided, since I'm doing a lot of projects on my channel right now, to actually do moveset videos on Slipco mob. So those of you fans that love my moveset videos, they will officially be on the Slipco mob from now on. So I wanted to give you two Pokemon that I've been using quite often lately. I've been using these both on X and Y and on Showdown, but more on X and Y with some of them. So let's go ahead and start with my personal favorite, which is Hitmonlee. The offensive set that I prefer to run would be Normal Gen, Unburden, Fake Out, Close Combat, Rock Slide, and Knockoff. Or if you don't have Gen, then you would go Earthquake instead. And I'll explain why. When you use Normal Gem, it's going to up the Fake Out's power. It'll actually do a lot more damage to your opponent, and then it will break. Once it shatters, Unburden will kick in. And then, when Unburden kicks in, your speed will be doubled. So, when you look at the EV spread and you go max attack, max speed, which is 273, it would then be doubled to 5 and change. Which means that you would outspeed anything in any tier unless it had a priority move against you. You would also run an Adamant Nature because you want as much attack as you can since your speed is going to be doubled. Now, with the move pool, Close Combat is Stab, and you want it for obvious reasons. Yeah, your defenses go down, but at the same time, with the speed you have, unless someone hits you with a priority move, that's not too much of an issue. Rock Slide is great coverage on not only fire Pokemon, but flying types. And since Braviary is a real pest in RU, and he's usually scarfed, with Unburden you'll outspeed him, so that won't be an issue. And then some people like to even go with Swellow from the NU tier and run the Gut set, and it's faster than you unless you're Unburdened too. So if your Unburden is already unleashed, you can then Rock Slide it and take it out, because though it hits hard and is really fast, it's extremely fail. So a single Rock Slide would OHKO it, guaranteed. Now, Knockoff. You want this so you can be able to attack ghosts, such as Colfigrigus. But again, if you don't have like a way to gen the move, then another alternative for X and Y, for those of you that don't play on Showdown, would be EQ. So the reason you want Earthquake is because Earthquake actually hits a lot harder, not only on the fire types, but now it gives you that super effective coverage on electric types and poison. And for those of you that know, in RU tier you have Skuntank, and Skuntank is very mean, very bulky, very heavy attacker, and the only weakness he has is ground moves. So having the EQ for him would be great. At the same time, it works good for Pokemon like Rhyperior, who's also in the RU tier. So the next Pokemon we're going to go ahead and cover is Swellow. Now, we all know the Gut set, and we all know the physical utility to that, so that's not the one I'm going to share today. For those of you that seen my Showdown video and Sweep, this is the BoomBurst Swellow set. So what we want here is choice specs, because for those of you that look at Swellow's special attack, it's a pathetic base 50, which is terrible. But maxly invested to 217 now looks a lot better. And the reason it looks a lot better is because of choice specs. Choice specs gives 1.5 to the multiple of whatever your stat is for your special attack. So by having it at 200 even, 200 times 1.5 gives you a 300 special attack stat. So you're looking at 300 and change for 217 with the choice specs. And because maxly invested, your speed sits at 349, you go ahead and run it Modest Nature. That way you can completely maximize your special attack. Now, I run Hidden Power Grass on Swellow because I feel it's a great utility. Reason being is because in the NU tier, you have a lot of either ground steel types or rock steel types, which means that if you ran HP Fire, you wouldn't hit them for super effective damage, but neutral damage. So by running Hidden Power Grass, you still hit them for neutral damage, but For Seismitoad, which is very common on Showdown, even though it's not very common on X and Y, which could still be a possibility, you hit him 4 times effective for being water ground, which means Hidden Power Grass will OHKO him single shot, no question asked. BoomBurst, one of the greatest moves in the game by far, which we all know. And the reason we go with BoomBurst is because not only is it a special attack, but it's got a buff this gen. So instead of being 130 power, it's now 140. And being a normal slash flying type, it is stab. Choice spec with that, you'll OHKO a lot of threats. I've even done a few tests to where in OU, you can actually take out a few threats with it. Not saying that you would ever really want to go to OU with it, but I was actually testing the BoomBurst just to see how it would go against stats that high. So if it can hit pretty decent on higher stats of those magnitude, then you know in its own tier in NU it wrecks shop. Now, Air Slash. Air Slash is good for not only grass types, but for flying types as well. So, well, fighting types, pardon, not flying types, fighting types. So, in this particular case, if you're going against a Pokemon that you already know is not going to be OHKO'd by the BoomBurst, or you already calced out and it said, hey, it's not going to be OHKO'd by the BoomBurst, you could always choose to Air Slash and go for the possible flinch if necessary. It still hits pretty decent at 75 power, and the possible flinch may help you. Now, for the 4th move, we went with Quick Attack. And the only reason we went with Quick Attack is because you really don't have too many other decent moves in your move pool for special attacks. So, in the event that you're, say, facing a sweeper that's already powered completely up and you know they're sucker punching at you, you can now go in as the revenge killer when they're low health and Quick Attack. You being faster and one of the fastest things in the tier, you'll go first, you'll hit them, and then the sucker punch will go last and fail. So, it's kind of a last resort, last option move. And because the rest of your move pool has been revealed within the battle to be special attack, they're probably not going to expect you to come with that low cut and quick attack them. So these are 2 very good move sets that I've run before, and you guys have probably seen on the channel, and I think you guys will enjoy its coverage and how it works as well. If you guys like these moveset videos, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section some of the other things you may want to see. And at the same time, let me know in the comment section, like, what do you think of the movesets itself? Like, not just looking at them, but for those of you guys that might have tried them after looking at these videos, let me know how it worked for you. If you felt there were any issues with it, or some experiences you had trying them in battle, because I would love to hear your feedback, and if I can tweak them or elaborate on them a little further in my comment section, I'll be happy to do so for you. Also, for the person in the comment section that gave me the physical Gengar, I think I found a set. I'm going to keep working on it because unfortunately it doesn't hit too hard, and unfortunately the one I found won't be able to be choice banded, but I think the choice scarf one will be a better choice. So I'll keep working on it a little more and I will have it for you. I did not forget you. It's just taking a while because it's a tough set to try to run successfully in OU. And as usual, I am Retro Bro and I'm signing out.